Okay, so what would you like to work on?
Um, well, I have just kind of recently become aware that there is something in my house, some sort of energy or spirit or something, and it's new.
Okay, how are you aware of it?
Well, like I was saying earlier, I there were three times. One time I was cleaning and it was kind of at night and I heard mom really clearly to the point where I answered and said yes. And then I was like, whoa, what was that? And then another time it made another sound and I answered what? And then another time when I was in Shavasana right after a yoga practice, there was this like gray flittering that was like trying to either come in or get my attention. That's the impression I got.
Did you
So
get any feelings about the energy? What kind of energy
um
are you feeling?
it feels it doesn't feel dark or heavy. It feels more light,
Mhm.
um but not supposed to be here, like not my energy.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely something separate.
okay. Has there been anyone else in your environment that's had any experiences?
Yes, my husband um saw twice, kind of again like later at night. He saw some gray flittering movement over in the same area twice.
Okay. Has it all been in the same area, or have there been different areas in the house where you've experienced it?
The same area. And now that I'm thinking about it, my in-laws were staying in this room after they lost their home in the fire. They're going through a really difficult time, um, and the area that it's in is right where they kind of piled all of their stuff. I just kind of put that together. They had all their stuff just piled in this area, and they even when they came here, they brought a bunch of ants, or somehow ants started coming out of this pile of stuff, and it's all in the same area. So I don't know.
Okay, and now who's occupying the area?
It's me and my husband now. This is our property. This is our house. We've had it for
Okay,
years.
okay,
So
right.
uh,
So what would you like around this whole experience? What do you need for yourself and your family?
I would definitely like to not have this, whatever this is. I would like it to not be here because this is our space and we're just moving back in. It doesn't feel threatening, but I definitely don't want it here.
Sounds
And
like
I
you
like
want to do some house cleaning, it sounds like,
yes, yeah,
some energy clearing.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to do that with you, and you will be the sitter, the person who's going to be doing the work. And I'm
Okay.
going to guide you to do that. And do you have any questions you want to ask about remote spirit releasement before we do this?
Um, no, I have some experience with remote spirit releasement.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but no, the only other thing that's coming up is I would also, there's a slight sense of maybe it's whatever this is trying to get my attention
Mhm.
or something. And so I guess I would like to know if there's something that it wants to say, or if there's, yeah, just kind of get some understanding also.
Well, that's what this process is all about. And you
Yeah.
will be the channel. You will be connecting with whatever that is intuitively, and the information will be coming through you. So you will know the
Mhm.
answers if they come. And you can ask questions as a part of this process by guiding yourself into any questions. So just let me know what you need as you need it. And the goal of any spirit releasement is always to empower the person who is doing the work, whether it's something in around you or in your environment, to empower the entity
Mhm.
energy, to be respectful of it, to find out what it needs, because obviously it's here for a reason. So
Mhm.
we'll uncover that. And then we'll find out what happened to it, that it ended up attaching to the dwelling, if that's what it is. We may not have a spirit here. We'll have to explore it. We don't want to make it a spirit attachment if that's not what this is.
Mhm.
And so we'll be working with integrity and following the dots as it unfolds. And the goal is to support you being free of it and to have it being free to go where it needs to be for its highest good. And
Mhm.
usually that means it's going to move on to progression, go into the light, because it hasn't made a full transition if it's a being who died. And if
Mhm.
it's not a being who died and it's something else, maybe something else will come up. I don't know.
Mhm.
So we're not going to make any assumptions. We'll just do the work.
Okay.
So your job is to be very empowered about telling me what you need, what you don't want to do, what you do want to do, so I can follow you and support you in this process. So it's a loving, comfortable process for you too.
Okay.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. Okay. So when you do your spirit work, what kind of guides are you comfortable working with? What do you
Higher,
use?
yeah, my higher self,
Okay.
definitely. And then I have this guide. I'm not quite sure if I think I'd call her a guide, Gabriella.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And have you checked out Gabriella's credentials to know where she is coming from or what her purpose is in your life?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
It's,
you're pretty sure that she's helping you and doing things for the highest good. Okay, that's
it's
good.
like a loving kindness, like a white.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll call on Gabriella for protection and support, and we'll call on your higher self for its wisdom and knowing to come through. And we're also going to call on the higher self of whatever this energy is
Hmm.
so that it gets its needs met too. Okay. So normally you do this with your eyes closed, but if at any time you need to open your eyes, you're welcome to do so.
Okay.
That's one way you'll take care of yourself, is just give yourself what you need as this goes on.
Okay.
Okay, so our intention is set. And you just take a minute to go inside, call on Gabriella. Am I saying her name correctly? Gabriella?
Gabriella.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gabriella, and your higher self. And we call on the warrior angels to surround your dwelling with their protection and their light and their love, so that this is a safe place to do the work. And you'll begin by putting the light around you from your soul star down through your body. Your soul star is about 6 inches above your head, radiating down through your body, touching every cell, every organ, filling the physical body and the auric field around you with light. And then the vortex of energy that starts above your head, circling around your body, moving into the earth 30 feet beneath you. So you are in a cone of protection. But through this cone of protection, you're still able to perceive information and have insights and share a connection mentally, telepathically, with any energy that may be present in your home. So we're going to start by doing an energy scan through your home. And you know the layout of your home, so you can start maybe at the front door and just take a little intuitive walk through your house with your psychic eyes and psychic sensing. Just take a little walk through your house, room to room, corner to corner. And what you're searching for are any areas where you perceive any different kind of energy, any disruptive energy, or energy that in any way is completely distinct and separate from the rest of your dwelling. And if you come upon such areas, let me know where they are. I'll take notes here, write them down. And those will be areas that we'll explore together.
I feel like in the front house, we have two separate structures. The front house, my son's room is questionable.
Okay.
Um,
What is questionable about it?
something. It almost is too quiet or something. It just feels questionable.
Okay, so something feels different.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just take notes on that. Keep moving through. Notice if there's anywhere else.
Now I'm in this back house.
Okay,
And I'm trying to go through it without my preconceived thought of this energy.
mhm. We'll just go through it, and then maybe you can rise up above it and look at it through your higher self's eyes, or knowing. So you can get a map of the whole area in one glimpse. And maybe that's a way for you to tune into where any problematic areas might be.
It feels difficult because I'm in this room right now.
Mhm.
I'm trying to experience it from a different place.
Your body's in this room, and you can project your consciousness up above you through your higher self's eyes and knowing simultaneously. You can have multi layers at one time.
I just keep getting pulled to this one area.
Okay. Where is this area?
It's right in front of me. I feel like the computer is acting like a wall because it's right beyond the,
Beyond the computer?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so whoever or whatever is pulling your attention beyond the computer, we acknowledge that. We turn it over to its higher self, and we invite it from its higher self to communicate. If you could speak to us now, what's the first thing you'd want to say?
I don't know, I'm just noticing like a kind of cold air kind
Mhm.
of blowing against my hands.
Okay. Okay, so whoever or whatever is responsible for that cold air around your hands, we acknowledge your presence. We give you an opportunity now to communicate. What would you like to say? You can communicate telepathically, or you can communicate through sound that she can hear intuitively.
I don't know, it feels like hesitant, or
I didn't hear that. It feels like what?
it feels like hesitant.
Hesitance? Okay. Okay. So we know there's something going on here. We don't know what it is yet. We understand there's hesitance. I want to assure you that this is a safe, loving place to come out and let yourself be known. We're here for your highest good, for your empowerment. Where were you before you showed up here in Alex's house?
Just getting like cold, like a sense of cold.
It's cold where you were? Mhm. Okay, why did you come to Alex's house? Or how did you get here? How did you come to be here? What happened?
There's like a sense of confusion.
Mhm. Okay, so tell me what's confusing you. What's happened that's confusing you?
Kind of a sense of like, where am I?
Where are you? Where do you remember last being before the confusion? Let your higher self help you remember where you were before the confusion started. What happened?
I don't know, I'm getting flashes of purple. I don't,
Okay. What's the temperature of that purple?
mm, I don't know if it's so hot that it feels cold.
It's so hot that it feels cold. Okay. What are you smelling or sensing around you in this hot that's so cold?
I'm just burning came to mind, but I don't know if I can't tell if that's me having a preconceived
Right.
of it.
Okay, so just go back with the sensations of the cold and then the burning that's cold or the hot that's so cold. What's your body experiencing in all this? What's happening to your body? It's feeling all these temperatures.
It's like frozen,
It's what?
frozen.
Frozen. Okay, do you mean it's physically frozen or energetically frozen? Physically frozen.
Yeah, physically.
Okay, okay. What environment are you in that your body's frozen? Where are you?
There's just like darkness.
Darkness. Okay, where were you before your body was frozen? How did you come to be in that experience? Go back in time and remember prior to being frozen.
Just getting a sense of running.
Uh-huh. Okay, so sense your body running. Are you a male or female in this body?
I don't know if it is human.
I don't know if it's human. Okay. What are you running from or towards?
Just sensing like scared.
It's scared. Okay. And where are you running towards? What are you scared, afraid of?
I don't know if I'm like making this up, but I just keep seeing an image of a fox.
Fox. Okay. All right. So
Or it might be like a coyote.
maybe it's a coyote and it's scared and it's running and it's so cold. What's your next memory after running in the cold? The, 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 the hot that's so cold.
don't know.
Okay, how did you go from the running to being here in Alex's house? What happened in between?
Now I'm just getting the name Daniel.
Daniel. Okay. Okay, Daniel. How did you end up in Alex's house? What happened? Your higher self knows. Feeling the cold, it's so cold it's hot. Where's your body, Daniel?
Lost.
What happened to your body that it got lost? That you lost it?
Walking on the street.
Ah, okay. And how did you go from walking on the street to coming to be at Alex's house? How do you find your way here?
I'm just getting like um, kind of like a sense of I just want to keep to myself. I don't want to
Yeah, is it kind of hard to talk to me today?
know a sense of I was feeling I was just walking along and just
What happens?
my own business and just
What?
I think like getting hit by a car.
Oh, okay. Okay. And Daniel, how old are you? How old
Just
do you
like
feel? Huh?
27.
27. Okay. So what happened when you got hit by a car? What happened to your body? Just walking along, minding your own business. What do you last remember about your body?
I remember just I had glasses and just I was slender and just had my hands in my pockets, just walking.
Mhm. Then what are you aware of next? All that confusion can start to lift now. You remember what happened. What happens to your body?
I think I must have gotten hit, but I just
What?
that's why I'm here. I was just kind of I don't want any trouble or I don't want anything from anyone. I just
You want to just hang out?
yeah, I was just kind of doing my thing and just
Yeah. And then it got kind of confusing, didn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. So what does it mean when your body got hit? What does it mean when you got hit by a car and you're still just moseying along?
I think I died.
Yeah. You still are though. You're still Daniel. And you're still just kind of minding your own business, aren't you? Well, Alex has been aware of you and she described how she was just kind of going along minding her own business and then she heard someone say mother or mom. Does that have anything to do with you?
Yeah, I just I'm just kind of stuck here, and I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Getting tired of it.
we're gonna help you with that. So who in your life, Daniel, did you most love?
Mom,
Mom? Was your mom still alive when you passed?
I think so.
You think so? Okay, I'm gonna call the higher self of your mom to be here for you so you can reconnect and love. I'm also going to ask guides of light or angels of light to come and help you so you're not alone. You can get the help that you need so you can move on. But first of all, you're going to have a chance to say goodbye to your mom, tell her how you feel, and her higher self is going to be a chance to talk to you too.
I'm feeling this overwhelming sadness that
Overwhelming what? Anxiety?
sadness that
Sadness.
it wasn't my time.
Didn't feel like it was your time.
I was young.
Yeah. Okay. So, Daniel, moving out of this confusion and back through time before ever there was the sadness, you can move back to the time and place before incarnating in life as Daniel, into that dimension beyond time and space, and your higher self will help you go there and remember that energy, because that's where you'll return. And in that dimension before life as Daniel, you make a plan for your life. And you can look at your early death as a part of that and understand why your life as Daniel was so short.
I I wasn't really doing anything. I was just kind of, I think there's like something bigger, but was just kind of, I had all these thoughts, but I didn't do anything with them. I just kind of was walking along with my hands in my pockets.
Okay. So, what was the purpose of your early death then? For a
Start
soul reason. What was the purpose of that?
start over.
Start over. Okay. So, that's what you get to do now. And we're here to help you with that. Your mom's energy is here, her higher self is here. What do you want to say to your mom before you go? Start over.
I'm sorry that I left so soon, and you're a really caring, really kind mom.
Does mom have anything she wants to say to you, Daniel?
Just that she loves me, and I think there's a sense of understanding.
Yes. Well, let her know that you're going to be okay now. Let her know so she can be at peace about you. Know that you finally found your way. You're not just walking along minding your own business anymore. You're going to have a start over. And look around you, or if you don't see, sense around you for an angel or a guide who's come to help you, Daniel. Someone who's going to help you go back to that dimension beyond time and space where you can start over. Let me know what you experience when you scan around you for this guide.
Just like sensing like a hand.
Okay. Take your spirit hand and just reach out and touch the energy of this hand and tell me what it feels like. What's the energy feel like?
feels welcoming.
Okay. Now, before you go, is there anything you want to say to Alex?
Thank you.
And Alex, is there anything you want to say to Daniel?
I think he's saying thank you, like for, I think he was trying to get my attention. I'm just getting a sense that he was trying to get my attention because he knows that I know about this, and um, yeah, I just want to say thank you for getting my attention.
Mhm. Okay. So gather up all of your energy, Daniel. Gather it all up and know that you're going to begin anew, that all the sadness is going to be supported and processed in that light place, and that you'll be free to remember the truth of who you are. Anything that you learn from this life will go with you as you gather your energy and take this loving, kind hand and move on to progression. Go in love. And Alex, you can just report what's happening and when you feel that he's made his transition.
Yeah, it just kind of very gently just kind of drifted that way.
Okay. So when you feel that he's made his transition, know that the portal will seal behind him to hold him in love and light, and that any guidance, any healing he needs can await him there. And he'll process his life and his lessons, and when it's time, he'll make a choice to his next experience. And you can take a moment just to review that area of your house beyond the computer. Just kind of have a sense of that space in your home. And when you go back to that area, what do you experience there now?
Just that coldness isn't on my hands anymore. There was like
Okay.
air blowing almost, and
Okay.
doesn't feel like there's like a wall as much by the computer.
Okay, so you know how to do a house energy clearing. You can do that for your house now, especially since you've just recently moved back in there. And that'll just complete any more clearing that needs to happen. You put your star and vortex around your space. Thank Daniel for communicating with you. Know that he's where he needs to be. And you also have got a new start and a new beginning in your home again. So you can look forward to having all new energy there and a fresh start as well. And before we complete, let that solar plexus energy within your body fill your body with light, spilling into the vortex around you that protected you, disconnecting you from any connections to Daniel that were made today for your communications. Completely separate, distinctly different than you, where he needs to be, and you're where you need to be. And as you think about this experience and him, know that he's where he needs to be. Hold him in that light. And just take a moment and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to share or anything else you need to feel complete with this spirit releasement today.
Just
Okay.
feels very good.
Okay, when you're ready, you can just gently bring yourself back into the room. Do you have any water?
No.
No. I have to get some water in a minute, kind of
Yeah.
help you rehydrate, ground a little bit. So we didn't get some specific answers to some of the questions you wanted to know, and what questions I was asking, but you did get a sense of his confusion and his journey and his passing.
Oh. Yeah, it just yeah, it just felt very felt like he was trying to get my attention.
Mhm.
Yeah, he felt very just kind of I don't know, just kind of hanging out and just kind of very not threatening at all.
You know, minding his own business. He said it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he also didn't want to just keep hanging out here.
Yeah.
He needed help. It's
Yeah, that's
interesting how they know who knows.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really get the sense that he was trying to get my attention for that.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I've been doing hypnotherapy back here, so maybe that was you know, maybe that's why it was so audible. I
Yeah.
was hearing,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, because I really the overall sense was like he was trying to get my attention.
Well, he did a good job at it.
Yeah,
And so did you.
yeah,
And your husband even had some awareness.
yeah. Wow,
Well, I
gosh.
hope I have a chance to check in with you next month and we'll see if anything else is going on or any differences that are experienced in your home.
Yeah.
To kind of pay attention.
Hmm. And then so now it'd be a good idea to do the house clearing and yeah. Okay.
Right. You can energetically have your space back now. You physically moved, but
Yes.
now take command of your energy space. And
Okay.
certainly doing this work was a part of that. But
Hmm.
however, whatever system you're comfortable with for an energy clearing in your home,
Yeah.
there's all different kinds of ways to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'll look at that one in your book and, and spend some time.
Okay, well, you're becoming good at spirit releasement now,
Yes.
especially as a sitter now. You've had that experience, so that's great.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank
this.
you. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stop the recording now.
Okay.